Coming up on this episode of the CurvaCast. It's kind of sad because people are so conditioned to believe that they need to be one way that they try and put that same conditioning onto other people. Hello, welcome to the CurvaCast. My name is Jay Gibson Trumbull, your host, and welcome back. The last podcast I did was the 12th day of January, the finale of my series, The 12 Days of January, which I'm still very, very proud of. I actually watched that episode a couple of days ago, and honestly, it just made me smile. I am so just super proud of that whole series. Neighbor's dog is barking. Hopefully my new microphone, you won't be able to hear it, but I'm not sure. Hopefully not. But yeah, I was just so proud of that series. The fact that at the very last minute I decided to do it and I pulled it off. And I just felt like that day 12 was such a perfect culmination of the entire series. That when I was watching it the other day, I just smiled. I just smiled and just felt so proud of myself. But here we are, March 4th to be exact. Happy birthday to the city of Chicago. It's been over 180 plus years my city was founded. And if you follow me on my YouTube or anything, you know I absolutely love my city. So definitely want to celebrate my city. It's raining today, so I couldn't go outside. But actually, I've recovered from being sick. Got sick the beginning of January. Then fell when I went out to live stream. Once I was pretty much over being sick. And I've been basically unable to really walk great distance ever since. But I feel like now I'm about 98%. My ankle still does have moments where it hurts, but I can walk. Unlike, the first 3 weeks after it happened, it's so painful. And so I'm so grateful that I could at least now just walk. So if it wasn't raining, I would probably go out and stream just to celebrate my city and, wish it a little happy birthday. But it is pouring rain, and it's been pouring raining pretty much all day. But anyway, I wanted to come on here today and just say hey, for the most part, but also just to share a couple of things. One thing is, me personally, I joined this platform called Residual Earners University, and it has been such an amazing thing for me to be surrounded by people who all have this common goal of just improving the quality of our life. So love that so very much. It's really great. It's all about content, community. The content has been great. Like we have these weekly Zooms. We had one last week and it was amazing because real estate is something I'm definitely interested in. And so the speaker, her name is Julie, is a real estate professional who's been doing this for years, who does a lot of rehabs and conversions, and she's a wealth of knowledge. And she had me so hyped. I was like, oh my God, I'm ready. My money ain't there yet. But my spirit and my energy is. But she's just the Zoom we had with her is just one example of how amazing the community is. And you will never find a platform where there's more people wishing you well and offering advice and tips and just, good mojo. I'm all about good mojo, so I absolutely love it. So I've been spending time there. And of course, my projects, I am spending a lot of time mapping that all out. One of them in particular, I've pretty much got the majority of the raw materials in. So I'm going to start doing testing. And my goal for the month is to finalize the testing on at least one of the products. Finalize the testing on that and get it out there. So I'm excited about that. Let's see what else. Haven't done a lot of YouTube vlogs just because I was cutting back. Like my last YouTube vlog, I talked about the fact was a recap of my Getting My Life Unstuck series, whereas I realized that my life is no longer stuck. I don't feel that way anymore, and I hadn't for a minute, so I just wanted to wrap that up and just move forward and get on with the rest of my life. And part of that, of course, includes my income streams, debt reduction, all the things that are going to be happening in my life. So I will be sharing those kind of things on my YouTube vlog. What else? Oh, and then I also talked about my health and how the things that I need to do related to that, because they were all part of the whole Getting My Life Unstuck. But I think for me, the biggest reason why I feel like Getting My Life Unstuck has ended is because there was the mental element, whereas I literally physically felt stuck within myself. And I don't feel that way anymore. But there is still plenty of work to do related to the different categories: my health, the finances, all the things. So I'm actually pretty excited for that. And I'm just buckling down, mapping it all out. I did my vision board. I never did share that on my vlog, but I did finalize my vision board. But one of my goals anyway is to do like a quarterly vision board, or probably more so like a monthly, just to kind of check in, because I add things, remove things, all of that good stuff. So yeah, those are the things that are happening on that end. And I think that's pretty much it. Today's going to be pretty short, but oh, you know what? I wanted to share an observation. I came across this account a while back called Hub's Life. It was a guy, he would just share his everyday getting up, getting ready to go to his job, his little office job. He showed himself at work, showed himself at lunch, and his commute and all those things. And he did that, I guess, for over 2 years. He shared that aspect of his life. And 2 years on, he has decided that it's time for him to grow and move forward. And the pushback on his accounts by some people is so interesting. It's, because now, well, here's the reason why it's so interesting to me. For one, they are acting like the fact that he has quit his 9 to 5 and is now focusing on his videography work and his platforms as his 9 to 5. Like that's like he's duped them or something. When his 9 to 5, he was always showing on his platforms. He was always doing videography. He was always doing these things, right? But for whatever reason, they feel like, he basically just, pretended to do these things when he didn't. This is what he was doing for the last 2 years, sharing his life. And now he's sharing his new life. It's as if people don't want you to grow. People don't think you can grow. And I just thought it was interesting because it almost feels like they wanted him to stay stagnant because they're stagnant in their lives. And so some of the comments are just so wild, And I just want to say it's kind of sad because people are so conditioned to believe that they need to be one way that they try and put that same conditioning onto other people. But he said his goal was always to be a content creator, and he always was a content creator, okay? He was always sharing his life via content creating. But it's just interesting how they're like, why do you still have that normalizing the norm in your bio? You're no longer normal. Huh? It's been interesting to just look at the comments like, whoa, people are weird. People truly are weird. It's called growth. People grow, they change. I wish it for them as well, because they obviously need to, because they're so stuck, on the fact that almost like he was validating their normalness when there's honestly no such thing, right? No two lives are the same, And so it's just been an interesting thing to look at. I was looking at it a little bit earlier, looking at the comments. I was like, whoa, this is so wild. But not surprising. People always want to not feel like they're the only ones, right? But the whole irony, though, of him creating content for 2 years, showing his life, and now quitting his job to start a new life is a problem for people, because he's creating content about his new life when he's been creating content about his life all along. It's wow. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to check in a little bit. If you're not already, follow my YouTube. I'm going to, of course, soon be starting my small business videos related to my projects and everything like that. And one of my goals this year is definitely to reopen my plant business. I mean, it hasn't technically been closed. I just haven't been selling plants. I've been doing like installations and things like that. But this year, the goal is to reopen the retail end of my business and a bunch of whole other stuff that just has me really geeked and excited. And so, if my back, which is now my issue, it's like I go from being sick to falling, and now last is Thursday, today is Tuesday, it's been my back. That's been a problem for me, but it's not going to stop me. I've just been just dealing with the pain, but I'm staying in motion. Well, at least now. I wasn't in motion Thursday, Friday. I was in bed. I was prone for the most part. But I am staying in motion because I have just so much I want to do, and it's already up to March. I cannot believe how fast it's gone by. But yeah, so much coming, and I will be highlighting it and sharing it on my YouTube. So if you're not following me, please do follow me there. I'm on CurvaCast on all platforms. I'm also City Walking Girl because that's my live streaming platform. So check in with a girl. But like I said, this was going to be a little short check-in. I just want to say hey and share that little observation because I think it's really important. It might be vital for some of us, right? That it's great to see yourself in other people, but ultimately, you need to see yourself in yourself. And I think that's what the thing that really came to me and really stood out for me from the interactions that he's getting from some people says, that they felt so valid in their lives and their choices because his life looked boring. I mean, honestly, it looked like it was boring. For the most part, not all of it, but it was just get up, get ready, make breakfast, go to work, sit at your job, go to lunch. It was like the typical. And I think they felt validation. But honestly, truthfully, let's hope that these people will realize that the true validation is in your choices for your own life. And perhaps they will acknowledge that maybe they feel like their lives could be more and that they were kind of using their connection to him to not be. That's my hope. But anyway, thanks for listening and watching if you're watching this video. And we'll see you on the next one.